Texas Avenue. You see a little traffic moving back and forth. Those high clouds, many times the first forecast of a weather change coming into the area. So let's check out things in another destination in the historic city of Natchitoches, where it's 65 degrees. Got likewise the same high clouds, indicating the same potential for weather patterns to change. A couple of controlled burns on the radar, but nothing much happening with that. No rain and storms yet, but by this time tomorrow we'll start to probably see some, especially west of us. In fact, here's that system which is working in the Pacific over toward Baja, and some clouds coming inland now with the energy working out of the Pacific, crossing Baja and Mexico, and it will be in our area for tomorrow. But let's check out the futurecast. I'll step you by over the next couple of days, several hours at a time. First of all, we're going to go to this evening and into tomorrow morning, as we see no issues this evening, but by tomorrow morning we'll see a few sprinkles, few showers possible for that mid-morning grocery shopping, and then going into the remainder of the afternoon, I think just hit and miss showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, but I think they pretty much hold non-severe. The main show will happen later on. So here we go at 9 o'clock, and this model is pretty consistent timing. Other models are with it, and I'm buying into this as well. By 9 o'clock, I think the focus for severe weather will begin across the Sabine River Valley counties and parishes here in East Texas and western Louisiana. Give it an hour, and it makes steady progress to the southeast, moving through Beauregard, Vernon, getting into Rapides and Grant Wind parishes there, Natchitoches and Sabine parishes behind the system. The line continues to move eastward. Within this line, this is a waving line, as you see. We see little knots there, another one here, and another one here. And so what that means is that there's rotation in that line. Could be quick spin ups in those local areas, and sometimes we see indications that we'd see some bowing features right here. See this kind of pushing out and right there and there and there. So that's the kind of situation we've got. That will bring us damaging wind potential and potential for some tornadoes. By midnight, the worst of it is over, but still lingering across portions of St. Landry and maybe the parishes and counties bordering the Mississippi River. By 1 a.m., still raining in some of those areas, but I think the severe potential is about over. By Sunday morning, for sure, things looking better for church time, but a little bit cooler though, but nothing ridiculous. So severe outlook for Saturday night from the Storm Prediction Center, what they call a slight. This is a category 1 out of 5 possible categories there, and it's for all of central Louisiana. And I know one thing, if I was working at the Storm Prediction Center, I would be kind of watching these southern parishes, maybe go to this next level up, level 3. But that's just my supposition. Maybe down in this part of Vernon, maybe southern Rapides, going into Allen, Beauregard, maybe Evangeline Parish and southward from there. But again, that's just my supposition that could happen. For now, all the bars remain low, although there has been an increase since I saw you yesterday. Overall, the bar is still limited. Flood potential, I didn't bother that. I raised the wind potential a little. I didn't bother the hail bar, but I did raise the tornado bar just a slight tad. Probably can't even notice the difference from yesterday to today, but I did. So severe weather, Central Louisiana, 9 p.m. Saturday to 2 a.m. Sunday. That's the window of time when I think we could see it. When we go into the pattern, a strong feature aloft with a surface cold front. It's a Pacific variety cold front, as I call it, coming through the southwestern United States and coming out instead of coming out of the Arctic and Canada. So we won't see a freeze with this. A few supercells. If you're a radar watcher, the supercells will be shallow, but they could reach moderate intensity in a couple of cases. That QLCS, that's a quasi-linear convective system. Okay, wavy squall line, which I pointed out on the Futurecast, and some of those Boeing segments and some of those areas where we get little spin-ups and or twist within the line could produce tornadoes. All right, so threat level 2 out of 5 now, but this still means, as far as the numbers are concerned, the coverage, the severity, and the duration, it's all kind of in a limited time frame, okay? It's all limited in coverage. It's limited in numbers and or severity. All right, severity means that there's no enhanced events expected, like EF2 plus tornadoes or hail larger than golf ball size, okay, or damaging winds that could reach hurricane force. All right, so that's kind of what that threat level is about, and the reason that I kind of throw around this limited term frequently. So limiting factors, okay, to keep it in this at this 2 to 5 instead of having it go higher would be instability. All right, so we only have about 300 to 600 units of energy available to fuel an updraft. And what kind of moisture are we going to fuel that updraft with? What kind of octane is going to be high or low octane? Well, it's going to be pretty modest octane, okay, because the low level moisture quality is not great, especially compared to some other situations that I know of. So the wind risk is less than 30% within 25 miles of a point in stimuli, less than 10% for tornadoes and hail. But there will be a beneficial rainfall out of all this, 1/2 inch to 2 inches. I've still been calling for that for days. I'm still with it. Peak amounts could reach 3 inches in some areas. And if you're in an area, and this the flood, flash flood stuff that you've been hearing about is for these amounts that could happen in some of these big storms. You could get 2 inches of rain in an hour or less. And if you're in the wrong place over Alexandria, you're going to have drainage issues and some flash flooding. Okay, so that's what that's all about. So monitor your weather sources. Some details of this forecast could change, and Nick and I certainly will let you know. All right, let's get into the 7-day numbers. AM fog possible there for Valentine's Day. Not the best Valentine's days in history, but we'll have to go with what we've got. A bit nice, mild, highs in the mid 70s. So 80% chance of some showers and thunderstorms during the day. Once we go into the evening, overnight period 100%, and then 30% in the AM Sunday. But I think it's all over with by church time, Sunday school time there. Only 68 for a high Sunday, so a little bit cooler. And all we can get is in the mid to upper 40s there for Monday morning. Notice before temperatures start rising at night there for the rest of the week, and a high of 70 for Monday. Shutting out rain chances all the way through Thursday, and I threw in 10% Friday just in case. Of course, Fat Tuesday statewide, there's no issues with the weather there. You don't have to worry about that. The problem is going to be Valentine's Day and any parades, any events, festivities, and that type of thing going on. And so we get a little dry streak there for Monday through Thursday. Very warm. They're heading into Wednesday, Thursday, and toning it down just a little bit Friday. Could be a little front in the vicinity that day as well. So that's all I can say about this for now. Nick Mikulas will be streaming in the morning, and I'll be streaming in the PM hours and in the forecast center. And we'll be keeping an eye out for the weather. We'll be updating you. And if any warnings are issued, we'll have it either live or posted on our Facebook pages or YouTube. Take care, and hope you're